Hello there, and today we'll be reacting to the hideous TwitchCon situation that happened with Emiru. So we'll be watching a bit of Decoy Voice, the first time I've watched him on this channel, but I do really like this guy.
Twitch is officially finished, as their streaming site always seemed unsafe, but that's nothing compared to how at their convention, they essentially served up their top streamer to a predator as a...
Which is mental, because, like, listen, this is what I don't understand. How did he even get in a situation of where this was allowed to happen? And, like, there wasn't even that big security around her. It's wild.
Emiru made her way to this year's TwitchCon, where her and her friends seemed uneasy about doing meet.
Yeah. I can see it in her face. She's like, I don't really want to be here. But I believe she has a Twitch contract, and they mandate that anyone who's got a Twitch contract has to be at TwitchCon. So this is a mandatory like attendance that she had to do. So there's no getting out of this meet and greet that she had to do.
Meet and greets.
And let's be real, she probably got paid a couple $1 million for this. So you know.
The reason I cancel my meet and greet is I don't want to be in the same place for 2 hours. Because
are they that big?
People being weird.
I mean, I don't watch these people. I don't really know a great deal about them, but like, are they big enough where in my head they're like a Hollywood movie star where they can't be somewhere for security reasons for too long? Aren't these like real life streamers though? So like, I swear I've seen clips of them like wandering around like the streets of LA and stuff. So I don't know, maybe they're followed by a big team of security. I don't comprehend this stuff.
Okay. And then I'm under contract with them, so I can't cancel one and not cancel the other.
Interesting.
Yeah, I see contracts. They have to do.
Sorry,
I kept my meet and greet because I wanted to keep my show. Surely it'll be fine.
Breaking the fourth wall.
I'm sure everyone will be nice.
But they won't, as while signing something, this disgusting individual is able
Did
to...
he just like try and kiss her or something like that? Was that what he was trying to do? Is that... I can't really make out what he was trying to do. And then thankfully the security guy does step in. But like, in my opinion, security doesn't go far enough. This guy should have been on the floor, bleeding, probably missing some teeth, and then dragged outside and handed over to the police.
and assault her.
Instead, the guy just like literally just walks free. Like, what a prick. And like she's, yeah, it doesn't matter if she's male or female. If that happened to anyone, they'd be upset because it's like, oh, hang on, this is supposed to be like a secure event, and this dude just walks up and assaults her. Like, man, it's wild stuff. And I believe the guy who did it is actually a streamer too.
It's crazy, holy.
In fairness, all these guys here doing the meet and greet, they should have also stepped in and beat the crap out of that guy. Can I condone violence? I'm not condoning violence. However, the other men in that group should have also taken action. I think that's as far as I can say.
As he then appears to just casually escape.
Yeah, that dude just walks off.
How exposed you truly are, only after someone takes advantage of that.
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, we've had like the Charlie Kirk assassination and there's various other stuff like this. And like TwitchCon in particular is, I'll show at the end the list of controversies that have happened at TwitchCon. So like, you know, you'd think they'd really like ramp up protection, but man, it's obviously if I had a Twitch contract, which I'm a million miles from getting, then yeah, I would attend. But like, you'd definitely be feeling uneasy, and you can definitely see in like that clip earlier, like those girls, they can tell that they were kind of not terrified, but you know, they were wary of what was going to happen. And now, like, imagine thinking of like attending next year.
Sadly, this is the same streamer that got attacked in Santa Monica, where less than 7 months ago, some other stalker attacked her and her friends there.
Hey, stop! Whoa.
Oh yeah, I remember this.
What?
Man, that's twice in a row for her.
Please.
As obviously the girls were pretty shaken up, just realizing how defenseless they truly are and what little local law enforcement can do to protect them. So you'd wonder if they'd bolster their teams with a bodyguard, but tragically, she just talked about how TwitchCon banned her private security.
What the fuck? So like, security is an issue, so we're going to ban your personal security. No, like, don't get me wrong, I understand the venue and TwitchCon's approach to this of like, we don't want people stepping on our security's toes. I get that. Their security is shit. So like, clearly they needed like so very clearly talents or streamers, whatever, celebrities need their own security on top of everything else. Yeah, they should absolutely like adhere to and be kind of subservient to the main security and not upset bounds. Absolutely. But yeah, for the meet and greet, she should have had her own security team, and they would have beat the crap out of that guy who assaulted her.
I had a security guard 2 years ago where there was a guy following me around TwitchCon, and he like asked him to stop multiple times. My guard asked him, and the guy wouldn't stop.
Yeah.
So he grabbed the guy, but he didn't like hurt him. He was just holding the guy until like the con security came.
Yeah, exactly.
For some reason,
Which is
like,
perfect.
because your security guard touched him, he's like perma-banned from the venue forever.
What the fuck? That's just ridiculous stuff. And okay, let's say like, yeah, you can't have, because technically the security guard would have been a guest. You can't have guests touching other guests. However, in a personal security environment, that should have been reviewed and then allowed to have happened. I don't know how big Emiru is, but I'm sure there's people bigger and they also have their own security. So this is ridiculous. Like, is Dan Clancy the CEO of Twitch? Is he walking around on the floor without security? I don't fucking think so.
Twitch, knowing that she has a history of stalkers, not only
history. Yeah, literally, she has a history. She's mental.
They cash in on, but the last TwitchCon they ran, and in response, they took measures to protect the predators from her security. Obviously, these live stream girls don't feel comfortable doing these events. They're openly admitting it on Twitch. But in order to keep their show, they need to surrender their security and basically be served up to whatever predators Twitch's product attracts.
I'm curious if, let's just say there's a situation where that guy approached Emiru and she decked him. And like, she punched him in the face and she was like rolling with him on the floor, like trying to like knock his teeth out. What would happen then? Would she get banned? Because like then she's in self-defense. You know what I mean?
As just over a week ago, they promised the presence of armed law enforcement, since several of their streamers expressed concerns over their physical safety, with Asmongold outright saying women should not attend this event. Where Tectone
because like there's endless amounts of like sexual harassment, of like stalker behavior and stuff like that, because the venue's just not safe, full stop. Like clearly
pointed out, if they can't even moderate their own website, how are they going to moderate real life? As even I thought about going to TwitchCon this year, but after hearing Asmongold, Tectone, and even Hassan were worried about being assaulted,
man, if even Hassan is worried, then you know things are bad.
Keep in mind, these are all 6'3" plus large individuals. I figured they know more about it than me, so I stayed home too. As Twitch claimed, they'd keep you safe, saying,
No. So like obviously they're saying we're going to keep you safe, and they're going to do like the whole like corporate, oh, it's a safe environment, we reject any negative behaviors. Yeah, and then they've got some security, so they tick the legal boxes, but then they don't complete it in spirit, and really that's Twitch all over.
They have world-class teams protecting attendees, partnering with San Diego
world-class teams. Everyone's constantly on like lunch break,
and other law enforcement agencies. But somehow all Emiru got were these two completely useless individuals.
Yeah, and I don't know what blue hair guy is there for. Maybe he's just like a viewer. But then these aren't really security guards. These are just like chaperones. They don't look like security. Do you know what I mean? And they don't look like security. They don't dress like security. They don't have tasers. They don't have like pepper spray. They don't have stuff to defend themselves. Never mind Emiru. So it's like if someone came up with a knife, look, it's just got like this random like shirt. That's not gonna protect him. That's not gonna protect her. It's not like him or this other security lady is gonna jump in front of Emiru to try and like protect her. So like this is not security. This is like chaperones.
Only able to get there after the attack, as they were positioned a whole way away, letting her attacker easily escape.
Which I get, because again, they're chaperones. They're there to get her in that place and to make sure the queue for people to like take pictures with her and stuff like that is orderly. They're not there to protect her. They're not there to protect the fans either. Like, they're not security. This is wild to me.
Now, they did make a statement about the attack, saying the individual responsible for allowing the situation to occur has been removed from their position, then went right back.
Who allowed, like, what, so they're just throwing this random employee under the bus? Is that what they're doing?
Acting like business as usual. I wouldn't be surprised if this girl and her entire team outright quit overnight, and nobody would blame them because they're literally putting their life on the line for Twitch. All this
I mean, if they're even doing that, because again, I think they're chaperones. If they're security, then fucking hell, just put me in the special forces.
Like you'll protect these girls, seemingly forcing them into uncomfortable situations by dangling their shows in front of them and then banning their personal security guards. This carefully curated scenario couldn't be any more pro-pervert if they tried.
And it's wild that they took so many steps to both increase security on their side, but decrease the security of the talents, which is just mind-blowing.
The most fucked up part about all of this is, what if this wasn't just a pervert? What if this was like what happened to that singer Christina Grimmie, where at a meet and greet, an insane fan which can talk about all the world.
Whoa, so that's like Pantera, where that guy just like shot the lead guitarist. How does that happen? I understand like at the Pantera show, like I get that, but not like at meet and greets. You shouldn't be able to get into these venues with a weapon. Never mind a gun or a knife. You'd struggle to walk in with a pair of keys.
Class security they want, but absolutely nobody should trust anything they say. So hopefully Emiru and
that's it. If I was, because like Emiru's clearly got like a ton of money, I'd have just been like, I'm taking my security guard, deal with it. And if they rejected it, I was like, well, then I can't attend the meet and greet. Then you have this push and pull on like the contractual side of like, well, I'm not attending if I don't have my security guard. That is what these people should do, and they should do it en masse. Like, you've got the money, you can fight Twitch and their contract for this. And the second they start pushing back, saying, no, you can't have personal security, go to Twitter. And it's really that simple. Because then Twitch will just fold, because there's so much of a history of this stuff happening now. And we'll look at it at the end of the video, believe that. So like they can get their personal security there if they really wanted to push for this. And I think they should do. And honestly, I think Twitch should enable that rather than pushing back against it.
Get all the help they need. They sue TwitchCon for every cent they have, ensuring she never has to stream on that insane platform ever again. And Amazon finally goes in and cleans house at Twitch.
Which, will that ever happen? I mean, like, Hassan is still on there and he's there electrocuting his dog in the background. So I don't think so. That was the first part. And so we're going to jump straight to the second piece, because Decoy Voice already made like a video about this, because the story is evolving already.
I feel like I was treated like cattle or merchandise.
Yeah, because that's how they see you. It's Twitch. They're a multi-billion-dollar company. Any individual talent is merchandise, you know, and you signed the contract that makes you merchandise, you know. Like, yeah, like she's got a multi-million-dollar contract, you know. Like, she did kind of agree to that aspect, but obviously the safety aspect should really be taken more into account.
Why is no one there making sure I'm safe like a person?
Yeah.
Why are the security guards joking and laughing and be like, oh, I didn't even see what happened?
Yeah, which is a total dick thing. Again, I don't think they're security. I'm gonna go with their chaperones. Hey, nice little cat.
She went on a live stream, not only sharing how badly Twitch botched it, but also
look at Garfield.
Everything else they're doing. Sharing in detail how yesterday's attack went down.
He grabs my face.
Oh, wow.
He leans in.
Just trying to kiss her.
Lips puckered, tries to kiss me. And I start screaming. You can't hear it in the clip, but I'm fucking screaming my head off. And then my security, Twitch's security, is like nowhere near me, nowhere to be found. I can see them, but they don't do anything.
Yeah.
My security jumps up and shoves the guy away from me.
Oh, so she did have some security. Is she referring to that as like her personal security? Well,
get the fuck out of here. And he's allowed to walk away and leave.
Yeah, you should not be allowed to walk away and leave. Dude should be slammed to the ground, ideally after being like pepper sprayed in the face, handcuffed, and then dragged to the police department.
The Twitch security kind of got together after that, and we're like, wait, what happened?
Yeah, guys, what happened? How do we spin this to not make us look massively incompetent?
I didn't even see what happened, haha, and just start talking about something else.
I wonder if they're an actual security guard firm and they're actually trained security guards, or if they're just like random people that the TwitchCon in the event just hired, because you'd be surprised at how many of who get classed as security are actually not just security. They're just random people who just got the job. And I know that from when I was in my rock band, when I was touring. A lot of the security venue staff, they're not security. They're just it's just Dave from down the street. Like the job was going and they gave it to him. He doesn't even pat people down right.
I've contacted the police. They're gonna come talk to you about pressing charges, etc. They're trying to find the guy. They haven't found him.
But they haven't found him. He's a Twitch streamer, isn't he? Did he get banned on Twitch? And they'll know there's cameras all over TwitchCon. They'll find this guy. You don't need a friggin' detective to go and find him.
I asked them, what are they gonna do about this? And you know what they said initially? They said, oh, well, he's banned from the platform for 30 days.
As if that makes any goddamn difference. Flip that table over.
What?
I love how like corporate she's looking. She's in like the TwitchCon, I don't know, like meeting room.
No one gives a fuck if he's banned on Twitch or not. Like, we're
Exactly.
talking about the convention here.
And for 30 days, he should be banned forever off the platform. He should be arrested and have a criminal record.
So they changed it to indefinite. Takes an hour for that to happen, by the way. These two people are,
I love how that takes an hour, because clearly all they have to do is like, again, I'm a software engineer. All they have to do is like manually go into the back end, take his account and nuke it from orbit. They literally just say, is this account banned, true or false? Like that is all they'd have to do. This whole hour business is just a complete mess. If they want to ban this guy, you can contact the engineering team and they'll do it immediately.
the head of security for Amazon and the head of risk for Twitch.
Oh? Those jobs exist?
Later the same night, I'm not gonna drop names here because I wasn't there, so I didn't see it.
Oh?
But I had multiple people tell me that key Twitch representatives last night were out partying.
Yeah. Yeah, because like they've got these engaged. TwitchCon is two things. It's one thing of where like fans could meet creators. It's another one where the business aspect of where all the various C-suite level people all meet and party and like meet with advertisers and have this big shindig of where they've cut deals basically for the rest of the year. That is the secret behind these events, because I know, because I've been part of these things. Well, not been part of it. I've been in the vicinity of these things happening. And look, they don't care about Emiru. They don't care that she's been assaulted. They care that it's bad for Twitch's PR. Like literally, that's it. These people are monsters.
Okay.
So not only was there next to nothing done in terms of safety or security after Amazon,
Yeah, and no lessons are going to be learned.
To be sexually assaulted, they basically ignored the incident, with their original reaction being, let her attacker easily escape, then ban him from the platform for 30 days. It really sounds
if that makes
like
any
Amazon
difference.
is just handing out free passes to attack their creators.
Yeah, because you for incidents like this, you need to make an example out of people like that. You can't just like give them a slap on the wrist and like let them like walk away. This is how you have a broken judicial system that we have both in the US and in the UK, of where criminals just aren't punished. So what does that mean? It means you get more criminals who are doing more and more violent crimes. You need to solve this problem, and one of the best ways to do it is with a guillotine. I'm just saying.
Conventions only happen once a year at different venues with essentially zero security. I don't really see anything that stops them from attacking them, then coming back next year to do it again.
They're only worried about being banned on Twitch. Who gives a fuck?
This is something they'll likely look the other way for.
The security guard who pushes the guy away is my security.
Nice. Oh, it's like, it's her security. But I mean, like, again, he was the most brutal one of the bunch. So the Twitch security was the people in like the light gray shirts. Those people were useless.
Who pulls me to the back? My manager. If you're a small streamer and you don't have those resources, or someone in your line's not filming, what the fuck do you do?
Yeah, it's an interesting conversation of where if you're going to be in that position of where like, would a small streamer be in that position? Probably not. Like probably like more like mid to like upper streamer. Like I'm not going to be in that position like right now, but it would behoove you to have like friends in the crowd who are constantly filming, or you set up a GoPro just so you have your own evidence and protection. And even if you can't afford a security guard, just pick just pick the biggest friend that you have and just have them look mean to the side. You know, like, just do that. Or just pay for someone for the day, you know?
No one would have known.
Yeah.
Like, it's actually fucking insane.
It is insane. It just shouldn't happen.
I'm genuinely angry.
Yeah. You can tell she's angry because she's struggling to put it into words because it's so incomprehensible.
Am not an angry person. Like it's just ridiculous, and like honestly, I genuinely think there have been other people who have been sexually assaulted, groped, like who fucking knows, worse.
Yeah.
At these conventions, and just
way
nobody
worse.
knows. Because like I said,
Yeah, and it's because she's so big that she has a lot of spotlight. So events like this get a lot more traction. But there will be smaller streamers at TwitchCon who will have met to a smaller group of people, and they could have also equally been assaulted, but like we haven't heard about it. But the chances of that happening, let's be real, because TwitchCon, it is a cesspit, the chance of that happening is pretty high.
Post any kind of announcement, weren't letting other streamers with similar events as me.
Yeah. And if you're a smaller person that has happened, you might be worried about the attention that in itself could get if you like say something about it. And also, as a smaller streamer, you're a lot more concerned about calling out behavior, because it means someone could stop watching, which, you know, is the lifeblood of a streamer.
No, until there was like a viral clip.
Yeah.
And by the way, they can't even mention my name in it.
No.
Thank you guys. Thank you.
This girl deserves all the credit in the world, as Emiru was going through a super stressful moment in her life, still putting on a happy face to see her fans that flew out to see her, but still having soft eyes, seeing the big picture. And
it would suck, because let's say she's your favorite, and I'm gonna be real, I'm not someone who's into idolizing streamers and stuff like that. I like people, but I don't have pictures of them in my room and stuff. But like, hey, like some people do. You guys do you. But let's say you're in that meet and greet and you see her get assaulted, and like, well, you can't have your meet and greet anymore, you know? And so that sucks for you. And like, maybe she wants to finish off the meet and greet, but after a situation like that, you have to pull away.
You don't know the Wire reference. Hard eyes get stuck staring at a tree, missing the forest. Only soft eyes can see the whole situation. Emiru isn't making the assault on her, about her. She's thinking about how this was allowed and who might be next. As
the broader context of Twitch. And here's the main dickhead.
Responded the next day.
One Twitch streamer yesterday, Emiru, got assaulted.
The mask is worthless. It's been proven to be worthless. I don't know why people bother.
Male fan, and a lot of streamers have, especially female streamers, have talked about, you know, the danger that they feel from these sort of toxic, I guess, parasocial kind of creeps. What are you guys doing to prioritize safety?
The safety
Nothing.
of our creators is the top priority. I do.
If you give them the top priority, then this wouldn't have happened.
That when you're live streaming, in many ways, since you control your community and you can ban people.
Oh, so it's Emiru's fault. I see.
Make it so that those people that you don't want engaging with you and participating with you aren't there. Okay.
Yeah, but that doesn't work, because if they could just buy a ticket to TwitchCon and they can, like, let's say the guy who assaulted Emiru doesn't even watch her. He just finds her attractive, and he actually kind of hate watches her and doesn't like comment or anything like that. So he could even be banned in her chat, but he can still rock up at TwitchCon and try and grab her.
It's very different, you know, when I use other short form content. Now, what happened yesterday obviously was something that we care deeply about, securing this environment. You know,
no, you don't, because this has happened multiple years in a row, and I will show evidence at the end.
Closely at everything that happened there.
The amount of victim blaming around this situation online is absolutely sickening, especially coming from Twitch's CEO, saying.
And Twitch, they operate with this holier than thou and this kind of idea of where, like, hey, everything's got to be super liberal, everyone's got to like love and get on with each other. But then they'll just immediately throw one of their top creators under the bus the second like something bad happens to her and she speaks out about it.
Streamers' responsibility to attract creepy fans is basically an admission to, we know we cater to and take money from these insane and dangerous individuals, so make sure you watch out for that.
Yeah, I wonder who has the worst audience. Like, you got TwitchCon. Is it like a KickCon? Now, which one is gonna be worse? It's a bit of a coin flip now.
Her streamer friend did show how she suddenly got issued new security guards.
Yeah, which is hilarious, because the second something major happens, suddenly an influx of money gets put in, and then it's like, all these new security turn up. That's ridiculous.
2 security guards that only deal with Amazon executives.
Like I just said, so these are security guards who only work for Amazon executives. So it's all well and good for Dan Clancy, the CEO of Twitch, to walk around because he's got his own private army. But Twitch streamers themselves could not have their own security. Something big happens, they don't bring in new security guards. They pull off security guards from the CEO's like private army and send them over. Ridiculous.
exclusively, like very high-ranking executives.
And I know she's not saying this, but the subtext is Twitch admits this is not a safe space for girls, but safety is only reserved for our top-tier earners.
Safety is only reserved for the people who are like running the scene, who are running Twitch behind the scenes. This is madness.
Also acknowledges if she wasn't a live stream star surrounded by cameras, Twitch likely would have just shrugged and ignored this. Only after the attack went viral, they'll do the bare minimum to protect her and her celebrity friends. But that
and it's only 2 security guards that she got. I don't know how big that lady was. Maybe she's massive. I don't really know, but is 2 enough? You know, she's like walking around an open venue. I've done some like training. I'd assume you'd need 4 to protect like a VIP.
Doesn't mean these psycho fans aren't on the platform.
It's not like they're undercover
or even left the convention. It just means those predators will prey on different targets.
Other people, so they've made an attack on a high-profile one, been rejected and dealt with. Well, now it's just open season for the mid-level and lower levels because they won't have security. So the barrier to act on whatever horrific thing you want to do is much easier. So they'll just target lower people.
I'm not usually the type of person to talk about this stuff, but it's like, well, did I lie about anything?
No.
Like,
it's all on video.
What are you gonna be mad at me for telling like the things that y'all did wrong? It's like
it doesn't get a contract renewed. That is how petty Twitch is.
Just deal with it, not there, or you're. That's another thing. I could have fucking died yesterday.
Yeah, like she really could have. He could have walked up and just like stabbed her in the throat. Madness.
I don't know this girl, but I genuinely hope she gets help through this, as this was a 48-minute live stream that I'd significantly trimmed down, and it's filled with moments just like that.
Yeah, where she's just like struggling to comprehend what the hell just happened.
As I've sporadically spoken about when a guy tried to stab me back at my old job. And it's just weird how your brain makes you think you're okay. You can casually talk about it and laugh it off the same exact way Emiru.
Well, it's that old. Do you remember that old psychological video? I think it was like made in like the 70s. It's gone viral like every couple of years. Where it's like it's this psychologist who goes to a barber and the barber is giving him like a close shave and he's like, because of society, I trust this individual not to kill me. And then he does like several different things. I think he also did the one of where you can just wear a high vis jacket and carry like a ladder and you can just walk into any building. It's like the fabric of trust in society is what like lets society happen. And at least once in every individual's life, you see that fabric fall apart and realize how vulnerable you actually can be.
But sometimes you can be sound asleep and will just randomly wake up at 3 a.m. in the morning, adrenaline pumping, almost ready to go for a sprint, already sweating, because near-death experiences can leave lasting damage not even you know you have, and it's really hard to get past that when you're still stuck in the brave face for your friends phase.
Any person can be walking on the street and get assaulted. Like,
she's probably gonna have like dreams and like nightmares of this in the future and not really comprehending that is the effect that's gonna have. Because like just imagine she's there, she's already super vulnerable, she was super uncomfortable as we saw earlier, and some like that dude, he was a big dude, like I don't know, he's like probably like 6 something. He walks up and he grabs her face and pulls her face towards his to try and kiss her. And there's no way she's resisting him. Look, she's like super thin. That guy was massive. Like she couldn't have resisted him. It was only the security guard walking up and shoving that guy hardcore that got her away. So like she is gonna be traumatized by this.
Yeah, it's fucking horrible. It's fucking horrible. But why do I have to worry about that happening
at all? Yeah.
The convention for the place that I work.
Yeah, she should be completely safe, but
because a lot of these tickets are sold via meet and greets, like what I was doing.
Yeah.
And I really feel like I was treated like cattle or merchandise.
Yeah, which you are. You sign a contract like that, you are. You know.
They're making sure I'm safe like a person. Why are the security guards joking and laughing and be like, "Oh, I didn't even see what happened"?
Yeah. Because they're not really guards, they're just random people who just got hired to do that for this event, you know?
It's crazy, man. I wanna play fucking Mega Bonk, bro.
Yeah, just chill out and like disconnect.
For talking about this, because it's fucking insane. And another thing I've realized is sometimes if you don't say something no one else is going to.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to be the one that, you know,
and she is in a position of like implicit power, you know, so
I understand she's not a direct employee of Twitch or Amazon, but she's basically being a whistleblower for the entire industry, which
is a better voice for Twitch than the entire leadership team.
Takes a lot of bravery, as on one side, Amazon could panic, completely shadow ban her channel to try to silence her message, mitigating the damage, taking out the largest part of her career.
I'd be really interested if she gets another Twitch contract. That is the real kind of seller behind this, because Twitch remembers stuff like this.
Something she spent years to build, all because she just wanted to save other streamers from going through what she did.
And I know there's some people at Twitch and Amazon watching right now. Please just listen. People are saying this for no reason. Like, I feel.
And she's not being aggressive. She's mostly pleading of like, hey, can we not let this happen? If it was me who'd been through this, I'd be pulling the knives out and I'd be like going absolutely apeshit on these motherfuckers for being such incompetent retards.
I feel like you guys don't get it or something. Like, I could have literally been stabbed yesterday.
Yeah. It's one of those really frustrating things of where something apocalyptic has to happen for like things to change, and it's so frustrating.
Literally. Like.
Yeah.
I have also seen people asking if I'm like taking any type of legal action. I am pressing charges against the guy.
Yeah.
With the police.
Go after Twitch. Go after Twitch for negligence.
As for anything else, I don't know yet because I've been having my manager handle all of those like side conversations.
Yeah. It lets someone who's more familiar with stuff like that worry about that. I would push to sue, but I don't know like what grounds she has to actually do that. You'd need someone like a real expert to look into it. Maybe like Legal Mindset will have something. Maybe if he's got a video, I'll have a look at that.
I have no idea, but I don't. It's just not okay.
Yeah, it's super overwhelming as well.
I
drinking a Red Bull.
Suing, and rightfully so. I just hope that not only does she get the bag after exposing them in a settlement, some other streaming site sees this as a once-in-a-generation opportunity.
Yeah, Kick is over there. Kick is looking at this going, this is the time. And Kick posted something on like Twitter of where they, something about the most minutes viewed of like live streaming. And Kick was just behind YouTube, and it was like 1 million ahead of Twitch, because Twitch is hardcore dying, guys. Twitch is in a really bad state.
The YouTube version of signing Shohei Ohtani after she's demanded a trade, bringing in her fan base and all their streamer friends exclusively to a new platform.
The thing about Twitch is, so I also like multi-stream on Kick, is that Kick doesn't work for new streamers. Kick works if you're already big and you move over to Kick. So if you're a big Twitch streamer and you move to Kick, well then you'll get all your fans on Kick and you'll probably make more money because they have a better revenue split. But if you're a new streamer, Kick just doesn't work for you at all.
Finally putting the stake into Twitch, forcing them to fire their CEO, ban his shockingly favorite streamer, and most importantly, create actual consequences for not only what they put Emiru through, but the countless other people that also experienced assaults that Amazon somehow didn't care about.
Yeah, and Amazon has been weirdly silent about Twitch this entire time. It's almost like Jeff Bezos and like Dan Clancy are like best friends and they don't touch it. To fix Twitch, you need to get rid of Dan Clancy and pretty much the entire management team and the entire moderation team. You need to get rid of them. You need to ban Hassan. You need to have these events be super safe. And you also need to fix a whole bunch to do with like the Twitch discovery algorithm. But Twitch is losing money big time, and it's losing lots of advertisers big time. So you'd need to do this stuff to make it more viable. And Twitch is, but the community and the viewers, it's the best viewing experience. The best platform for streaming for streamers is YouTube, but the community is what drives the stream growth, and Twitch is the best for that. It's way better than Kick, and it's way better than YouTube. So Twitch has the golden goose, It just keeps messing up all the exits lane. Don't know where I was going with that euphemism, but there we go.
Because sadly, it didn't hit their bank accounts, so hopefully this one will.
Yeah.
But if you appreciate my concise, sometimes lighthearted commentary on the tragic status that is today's reality, subscribe to Decoy Voice or check out my live streams on Decaf Decoy.
Yeah. Decoy Voice is really, really good. If you've never watched any of his videos, I do recommend checking him out. He's really good. So let me know what you think about this one, because this is a really crazy story. It shouldn't happen. And I think that stuff in the future is going to get even crazier. Now, I did say that I would show some stuff about how bad TwitchCon has been in general. I asked Grok, the best AI in my opinion, to give me a list of every major controversy at TwitchCon since its inception. For 2025, obviously, we have the Emiru situation, which we've just covered. In 2024, it had the there's a lot of physical and harassment situations by kick streamers. Apparently XQC was pursued, and then you had the Arabs podcast where they did like a bunch of anti-Semitism stuff as well. Like, this is stuff that you get like Hassan Frogan and like other people on stage doing all that sort of stuff. And you also see the Dan Clancy one where he picks up some streamer. I think he's like trying to do like a gymnastic flip for her, and she like gets slammed on the ground. Just ridiculous. And in 2023, Aiden Ross, I don't really know who that is. He was apparently wearing rival merch, and there were just general complaints about the venues. I think a lot of people were saying that it was just hard to walk around. It just wasn't a fun one. And there's lots of like minor reports of harassment and the injection of attendees. 2022 had the unsafe foam pit where that lady jumped into, she like hardcore like cannonballed into this foam pit and like destroyed her spine. Like, she broke her back, which is mad stuff. And it also again had overcrowding and stuff like that, and lots of stalking as usual. I mean, I just expect these things. But then you also had roofie allegations. That ties into 2019, which I guess was a break for COVID, of where female streamer drinks were spiked with drugs at off-site events. Not strictly TwitchCon's problem, but you know, it's a problem with the community around Twitch. And so there's a lot of, again, harassment and safety concerns, stuff like that. And then 2018 is just complaints about organization, shortages, and major overcrowding, but no major assaults. So clearly, like, after 2018, things got a whole lot worse. I'm not looking forward to 2026 to see what else gets added to this list, but I'm fairly confident more will get added. Ridiculous times, and Twitch really needs to sort itself out. But let me know how you feel about this in the comments. Links in the description for both videos on this one. And don't forget that I also live stream, though I won't be having any meet and greets. I'm too small for that. I also live stream Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday, so don't forget to catch me then. And I also have a Ko-Fi with a ASMR pack. Thank you for watching. I shall catch you in the next one. Bye bye.